Hello everyone, I just finished setting up, and as promised I'm going to give you guys a little quick tour of my setup, what I use on Sundays in the church. And it is Saturday and I'm here in Port Charlotte, Florida. I drive from Polk County, Florida, and I like to come here on Saturdays and get everything set up. Just in case I run into any issues, I'd rather run into them on Saturday when I'm setting up than here live on Sunday. So that's what I like to do. First thing first, I used to have a Motif ES8. I sold that and I actually got the Mox F8. I wanted something a little newer. Then I wanted something smaller and weigh a lot less. So I felt like this would be my best option, so I went with it, and I couldn't be more happier. The only downfall to this keyboard is the sliders is gone, which is definitely something big. Most gospel musicians like myself who do a lot of layering and splitting, those sliders definitely come in handy, so I definitely missed those sliders. That was the first thing I missed. Far as in sound quality go, this keyboard in my opinion sound better, but I definitely missed those sliders. So we went from sliders to just having a bunch of little knobs and everything here. You can still, adjust the volume on your splits and everything and your layers or whatever, but it's a lot more complicated compared to just having the sliders and going up and down. Other than that, I am quite happy with this keyboard. But yeah, that's the keyboard I use. I do have a 49 key MIDI controller as well. I don't bring that every week, and a lot of times I run bass on that using software, which we'll get to that later. But regularly I really don't bring it that much, just to cut down on the gear that I have to bring in my car. Yeah, so Mox F8 is the keyboard I use. I really don't mess with Apple products too much. This right here actually is an Amazon Fire HD10, the newer one. And I use my, I run my click tracks on this. The program I use is called Loops by XME. That's what I use. It's available on the Android store. Not sure if it's on the Apple store or not, but it's available on the Android store, and it's only $9.99 a month, and it actually don't sound bad at all. It's very simple to use, not complicated at all. One of the most popular click track software is the one by C-Dub, and his is amazing. It's $19.99 a month. I actually used to have that one as well, but the price was a little steep, so I went with this one, and this one right here sounds pretty good as well. And one thing I like about this one, you can actually use it offline as well, so you don't have to be connected to the internet. But they have hundreds of thousands of different songs and the click tracks and everything. And let's see, I'm just clicking on a random one. As you can see, when you click on it, you got the ability to play it. It gives you the title, the tempo, the time signature. You hit play, and then it starts playing. You can adjust the tempo here, and then you can adjust the volume here as well. So that's a pretty neat feature. Other than that, you can create a playlist. That's what I do. I titled it on Sunday. So what I do, I click on it. Some of these I have to take out because these ain't the songs that we're gonna do tomorrow. But anyways, you'll create your playlist with all the songs you'll do for Sunday or whatever day, and they'll already be there. So once you go into that folder, you'll have your songs listed or whatever. So you can just come in and just click on whatever you want. And so that's what I use. I use an Android Amazon tablet. Here's the mixer. The mix I use a Mackie mixer. It's called a Mix 8, and it get the job done. It's a nice little mixer. I have no issues with it at all. It's very lightweight, very portable, and the sound quality is amazing. You don't really get a lot of feedback and hissing and all those sounds that you don't want, and that's a plus. The monitors I use, like I showed you guys in the previous video, I use the EVs. These are some amazing power speaker. These are the EVZL X12P. These are the 12-inch speakers, and they sound amazing. I'm running from here and to the left on the mixer, and then from here on the right of the mixer. These sound amazing. You got your master volume on top, and then you have your the individual volume underneath. So yeah, these are the powered speakers I use. Coming from Yamaha's, going to these definitely was a big upgrade. These sound amazing and they lightweight. So those are the monitors I use. And then as far as software go, like I said, I don't really mess with Apple products too much. I use a Dell computer. They have a nice i7 core processor, 16 gigs of RAM. That's pretty much all I need. And I run Kontakt. My go-to sound, what I use a lot of times, I just go ahead and go straight to Mksensation. That's what I use a lot of times. And then, but I have so many different sounds. I have the Mksensation. Wow, I have the Ivory piano. I have Keyscape, Neo Soul. I mean, I have so many different sounds at my disposal. But my go-to a lot of times is this Mksensation by Mr. Jamal himself and gospel musicians. The interface I use the Presonus Audio Box USB 96. That's what I use. So I go from my laptop into the interface, and then from the interface, let's go ahead and scroll to the back. From the interface, I go from my left and right into the mix I showed you guys earlier. Of course, your USB to the laptop. And that's all she wrote. And then on my tablet that I'm using here, I have my little input right here going into the headphone port on the tablet. And then I am going right here. You got your red and your white. That's audio, your little RCA cables or whatever. So that's what I use for that. And then of course I go left and right from the motif, and then left and right from the audio interface. I have most of my settings at flat. And that's pretty much how I roll. You know, this is pretty much my normal regular Sunday setup. Like I said, sometimes I will bring the 49 key MIDI controller, and if I do bring that, I'll hook my laptop up to the MIDI controller, and a lot of times I run bass on top. But don't get it twisted though, I still run bass on here because I took the time to sit here and create my own layers and splits and everything. So I do have a nice little split on here as well with slap bass piano. I think it's 2 pianos and like a brass or whatever mixed together. So I do have the ability to do that as well on here. But like I said, sometimes I bring it, sometimes I don't. Yeah. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. This is my live setup, what I use. And yeah, I don't leave any of my gear at the church. I bring it and I take it back home every Sunday. Every Sunday. That's what I do. That's what I do. And if we walk outside, this is my car. So I fit all that stuff inside a Toyota Camry. See, my Motif ES8, I really couldn't fit that in this car without having it hanging out the window. So yeah, this is the vehicle I use. And if you guys ever in the area, check us out at Word Empowerment Kingdom Center here in Port Charlotte, Florida. Alright guys, I guess I'm done here. I'm about to go grab something to eat and go to the hotel. I will see you guys later. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I will catch you guys next time.